This is CAP Raja, Faculty for Accounts and Advanced Accounting and a Financial Report at final year. The today topic which we are going to discuss about is nothing but one of the very important standard in our ipcc syllabus, AS-12, accounting for government grants. Accounting for government grants. When it comes to final syllabus, there is standard called EDS number 20, which talks about accounting for government grants and government assistance. Now we will be discussing about this standard for the next 20 minutes and short and simple, not in a very detailed manner. We are going to have like a revision. Now, what is all about accounting for government grants? First and foremost, you must understand that what is grant. If any assistance or subsidiary was given by the government is called grant. That is called grant. Does it include? Okay, whatever the benefit which I am receiving during tax holiday period, answer is no. Tax holiday period, answer is no. Any specific grant which you are receiving from government, then it is become government grant, which include any assistance or subsidiary. And of course, you know what is government, etc. The thing or the standard which talks about what is the accounting procedure for the government grant. This moreover covers about accounting treatment rather than meaning of government grant, etc. So we are primarily going to focus with this standard with respect to accounting treatment. I receive the grant from the government, maybe state government or central government, local body, which includes everything. What I supposed to do those type of grant in my books of accounts? As I discussed with you, meaning is government grant means any assistance by the government in the form of cash or kind. You know very well about cash. Kind is nothing but one of the very good example which was happened at Tamil Nadu. The government have distributed motorcycle to the women at 50% subsidiary, etc. That is nothing but kind. Part of the amount, not part of the amount, full amount was full. That motorcycle itself is given at a not free of cost. We can get some 50% of subsidiary from the government of India or government of Tamil Nadu, but that is called kind. Kind is very simple in the term. Why you have to go and take all those things? Instead of receiving something in the form of cash, I receive either machinery or like motorcycle, etc. Other than the form of cash is called kind. Now, government called such as subsidiaries, cash entities, etc. Who is called government, etc. All these are theory. Government includes government agencies, similar bodies, whether local or national or international. All those theories are called meanings. Actually, I forgot to tell you one thing. Not only this accounting standard, every accounting standard deals with 4 areas. One is called recognition, another is called presentation, then recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. So whatever the discussion which I have, that is related to recognition part. When can I recognize government grant in my books of accounts? Government announced that I am going to give the grant to you. Can I go and recognize? Answer is no. The standard says that government grant will receive from the government. Namesake says that I am going to give this, I am going to that at a free of cost, etc. Immediately can I go and recognize in my books of accounts? Answer is no. You should feel that there is a high probability government grant will receive from the government. Then only you are supposed to be recognize those grants in your books of accounts. So, and also every government grant will be attached with a certain condition. What is the condition? Even that motorcycle example which I have given to you, you can buy a motorcycle and get 50% of amount from the government. But for the next 3 years, you are not supposed to sell that motorcycle to anybody. In your RC itself, the sale will be affixed so that you can't sell that motorcycle to anybody for a period of 3 years. That is nothing but condition. Whenever you are recognizing government grant, you should feel that you will be complying with those conditions also. I will not deviate from the condition. You should believe that, and you should have reasonable evidence that whatever the condition have been attached with the government grant will be fulfilled in the future. So if these 2 conditions get satisfied, then you can recognize government grant in your books of accounts. Then, what is the type of the government grant? Actually, government grant in the simple way, there are 4 types of government grants are there. One is called the promoter's contribution, another is called revenue for the purpose of revenue sacrification, then another grant is called the balance sheet item. Under balance sheet item, there are two different type of grant is one is called monetary grant, another is called non-monetary grant. Monetary grant means you are receiving in the form of cash. Non-monetary grant means instead of cash you will receive in the form of machinery, all those things. Now, what I supposed to do if the grant is related to promoter's contribution? Promoter's contribution means it's like a promoter company, government will give some amount, that is called promoter's contribution. One undeveloped areas are there, in those areas needs to be developed. So the government will say that if anyone comes and start a company over here, we'll give some 30% in the form of promoter's contribution, etc. Revenue sacrification is nothing but, say for example, we are going to do a water manufacturing company over here, whatever they place, Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai or any place. Whenever you are going to install that water manufacturing company, water purifying company over there, you are taking a resource from that particular area, like road facility you are using it, you are taking water from that area. So those people will have some issues. So what government will say that whatever the water bottle which you are selling within that particular region, that should be sold at 50% of discount. Don't worry, the balance amount let me reimburse to you. Like that government will say. That is called revenue sacrification. Then balance sheet. Balance sheet is very simple. Any grant is related to balance sheet item. Say for example, I want to buy a machinery. Government will say that you go and buy a machinery, I will give you in the form of cash. That is called monetary grant. I am receiving grant in the form of cash. Non-monetary grant, government itself will give you the machinery at free of cost without collecting any rupee from you. That is called non-monetary grant. Promoter's contribution, what to do? Promoter's contribution, it is like a capital nature. Hence you have to take it into. Dash account is very simple. You have to take it to the capital reserve account. You should take it to the capital reserve account. I think it is written over here. Grants, okay. Yeah, other grant. It comes under other grant, but let me use this space. You should go to capital reserve account. So bank account debit to capital reserve. Revenue sacrification is nothing but bank account debit to P&L, because this grant is received related to P&L, profit and loss account. Hence it will go to profit and loss account. Monetary grant, non-monetary grant, what to do? Friends, non-monetary grant is very simple. I am receiving an asset from the government at a free of cost. What I am supposed to do as per AS? You are supposed to recognize at nominal value. Nominal value. What is the nominal value in India? As of now, nominal value in India is 1 rupee. But when you come to India AS-12, this is completely different. You are not supposed to be recognized at nominal value. You should be recognized at fair value. Then monetary grant. What I supposed to do in case of monetary grant? Here I have two different accounting policies. Here I have two different type of accounting policies. What is those accounting policies? Here I will call it as accounting policies. Policy number 1, reduce from cost of the assets. Reduce from cost of assets. Policy number 2, deferred government grant and amortize over useful life of asset in the proportion to depreciation. So when I receive monetary grant, it means that either I have purchased the assets or otherwise I am going to buy the assets in the future. Government will give me the grant of the amount in the form of cash. Now come to this. I received the assets, I purchased the assets. Now I am receiving the grant from the government. What I am supposed to do? I have two different options. Those option is called accounting policy. I can reduce that amount from the cost of the asset. Say for example, cost of the asset is 100 rupee. Grant is 50 rupee. So 100 I would have been booked. Now this government grant which I am receiving from government, I can reduce from the cost of the assets. Balance amount comes to 50. You are supposed to charge depreciation only on this 50. When it comes to option number 2, you are not supposed to reduce this government grant from the cost of the assets. Rather than reducing the grant from the cost of the assets, you have to defer the government grant and amortize that over the useful life of the asset in the proportion to depreciation. So what will be the entries over here? Bank account debit to deferred government grant account. This will go to liability side. Let me write the balance sheet also over here. Here the asset value will be 50. If you go and charge depreciation, assume that life of the asset is 5 years, then 10, balance amount will be 40. In your profit and loss account, you will be debited with P&L 10 rupee. When it comes to option number 2, in your balance sheet side, fixed assets or machinery will be appearing at 100 rupee, liability side, deferred government grant will be appearing at 50 rupee. So if you see the first option and second option, you can easily understand that. And you will charge depreciation on the original value. That original value is 100, life of the asset is 5 years, so 20 will be the depreciation, balance amount will be 80. As I discussed with you in this place, defer the government grant and amortize over the useful life of the assets. So I took an assumption that useful life of the asset is 5 years, so this amount should be amortized within the period of 5 years. So transfer from DGG to profit and loss account to the extent of 10. If you transfer 10, that from here the balance amount will be 40 only. So this is a quick revision which we had about recognition and measurement of government grant. I hope would have been clear. Now the second part of this strategy which talks about refund of government grant. Again I am taking you like revision classes, not in the regular detailed manner. Detailed manner take a lot of time to discuss and many other issues are there to discuss. Refund of government grant. The next part of the strategy is refund of government grant. Sir, I received the government grant and I have booked in my books of accounts by stating a condition that yes, whatever the condition is attached with the grant, I will fulfill, and grant will be actually received from government. Based on that assumption, I have recognized and measured the government grant in my books of accounts. After a few years passed, I came to know that whatever the condition have been attached with the grant, I am not able to fulfill that. What to do? Government says that if you are not able to fulfill the condition, immediately you have to refund the government grant. Whatever the grant which was received by you, or the refund amount will be determined by the government at that particular place or at that particular time. That is called refund of government grant. Friends, whenever you are getting a question from this refund of government grant, don't forget to write one definition. The definition will carry 1 mark. Refund of government grant, okay, is an ordinary item or extraordinary item. It is completely extraordinary item that have been dealt with AS-12. Net profit or loss for the period, prior period, and changes in accounting policies. These have been dealt in the particular standard. Whenever getting a question with respect to refund of government grant, first and foremost you are supposed to write the item called refund of government grant will be treated as an extraordinary item as per AS-12. If you write this, that will take care of 1 mark. After writing that only you have to come to the answer related to refund of government grant. Listen, it's very simple. If you go and park the car at some places, when you are taking back that car from that particular place, what you are supposed to do? I am not talking about empty places. You go to the mall, you are parking a car. In front of that car there is a wall. Left side, right side, car is there. You went to the shopping mall, you purchased everything, you are coming back. At that time also left side, right side, car is there. In front of the car there is a wall. What are you supposed to do? You have to take back the car in the way how you parked in that place. Yes or no? The same way. Refund of government grant is very simple. When you receive the government grant, you would have parked in the different place. If it is a promoter's contribution, you would have been parked into capital reserve. If it is related to revenue, you would have been parked into the profit and loss account. If it is related to asset, you will have 2 options, monetary, non-monetary. Non-monetary, you would have booked that asset at a nominal value of 1 rupee. If it is a monetary grant, you have 2 different accounting policy. One, either you would have reduced from the cost of the assets and claimed depreciation on the balance amount. Accounting policy 2. Instead of reducing the cost of the assets, you would have been treated as a deferred government grant. You would have charged depreciation in a normal way without affecting assets, and the DGG would have been amortized over the life of the assets in the proportion to depreciation. That is very important. Now, so what I supposed to do in case of refund? As discussed with you, when I went to the mall, I parked the car like this. When I am coming back from the mall, going to home, I have to take back the car the way how I parked. So just put a reverse gear and come back. The same way. If the grant is credited in the profit and loss account, capital reserve in case of promoter's contribution, then which account is supposed to be debited? Capital reserve account debit, capital reserve account debit. Let me use this phrase. Refund of government grant, as I discussed with you, that should be treated as an extraordinary item. Then if the grant is related to promoter's contribution, When you receive the grant, you would have been parked into capital reserve. So in case of refund, debit capital reserve to bank. In case grant is related to profit and loss account, you would have been passed this entry at the time of receipt, bank account debit to P&L. Now reverse. So P&L account debit to bank. In case of grant is related to assets, that's called balance sheet item. You have two different options: non-monetary grant, monetary grant. Above I have written monetary grant first, then non-monetary grant second. That is nothing is wrong, and that you can maintain any order. Non-monetary grant, then you would have been recorded in a nominal value. In India, nominal value is nothing but 1 rupee. Now refund have been determined by the government. Refund amount may be same 50 rupee, the amount which you received, or maybe less than that. Let me take the assumption that whatever the grant which you received, the same amount is going to be refunded to the government. So entry will be asset account debit to bank. To bank. So whatever the amount, 50, charge depreciation on this balance amount of 50 for the remaining useful life of the assets. Option number 2, instead of reduced for cost of assets, you would have been treated that as deferred government grant. Deferred government grant is very simple. In case of you treated as a deferred government grant, do the following things. Whatever the balance which is available in the deferred government grant account, debit that. If it is not enough, balance amount are supposed to be debited with profit and loss account, then make the payment. Sir, give me some example. I have some confusion. Very simple. Listen with me. I received the government grant in the year 50. Assume that 1 year have been elapsed. So out of this 10 rupee, I would have transferred to the profit and loss account. Balance DGG will be 40. Balance DGG will be 40. Say for example, refund of government grant is 50, what I supposed to do? Refund of government grant is 40, what I supposed to do? Refund of government grant in case 60, what I supposed to do? I am covering 3 different problems. If refund of government grant is same the amount which is appearing in the form of DGG, very simple, deferred government grant account debit to bank. If refund of government grant is going to be not 60, here take it as 30 so that you can understand. If it is going to be 50, then simple, whatever the balance is left out in the DGG account, debit to that extent. Balance is not enough, go and debit with profit and loss account. Because when I amortize this DGG, I would have been parked into the profit and loss account. So take it from that account. So DGG, refund of government grant in the first scenario which comes to 50. How much I have? Only 40. So debit DGG 40. Balance should be debited with the P&L account 10 to cash or bank 50. Understood? Next scenario. Sir, DGG balance is appearing in my balance sheet as 40. But government is asking me to refund only 30 rupee, not more than that. What I supposed to do? Debit DGG account 40. Because after refund of government grant, this balance amount whatever available in the DGG account, I am not going to use it for any purposes. I can transfer to profit and loss account. So debit DGG 40 to profit and loss account 10 to cash or bank, the amount which you are supposed to refund 30. If you pause this entry, automatically this 40 will be getting cancelled. So this is the procedure of accounts which you are supposed to maintain in case of government grant. Apart from this, you have a presentation disclosure part that is very minimum part. I hope you would have understood about accounting for government grant. We took hardly some 20-22 minutes. This is a quick revision, not in the regular way of discussion. In the regular discussion, we must discuss many more issues. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. All the best.